Robstown High School today. The Pickers threw a pep rally today to celebrate their girls basketball team that made program history. The Pickers are in the playoffs for the first time in history, and today they were shown some love by the school before their bi-district game tomorrow night. Now, former West Oso coach Roy Williams and the Pickers say they've already made some history, but hey, they want some more. Nice shot there, Coach.
It feels great to be part of something that it's our first year and doing something for our program, and it's slowly we're making progress.
Well, that's what we set out for. Our goal for this year was to make the playoffs, and we stayed with it no matter how tough it got. We stayed with it, and now we're here, and it's history, but there's still more history to be made.
Now, Robstown, they got a tough matchup, but one hopefully they think they can win. District 32 winner Hidalgo. That first round matchup will be tomorrow night at 6:30 over at San Diego Junior High.